Good afternoon, guys. I'll be analyzing Eurocad today on a monthly time frame and a weekly time frame. But first things first, yeah, I've been looking at this pair for quite some time now, and it's been obeying the trend lines that I had on it. So it has reached its support level. I believe so. It has reached the support level whereby it's a buy zone where we can re-enter. So if you're a swing trader and you have a huge account, then why not enter and then we can just hold together. Yeah. So I'll be helping you guys analyze Eurocad. But first things first, to zoom out completely uh, in order to be able to determine the highest point and the lowest point of your chart, which is going to be here at um, around 1.21621, and then we do the same thing with the highest point on the graph, on the chart, sorry, which is around 1.75250. So already we can actually see that uh, this chart has been obeying trend lines and keeping its movement without being a bit naughty and taking an offish direction that we cannot understand, which could be based on any fundamentals or anything that can affect the economy on euro or Canadian dollar. So we can actually see that the market repeats itself a lot of times. There's a lot of movements that you're gonna see um, being repeated over and over again on whatever currency pair that you're gonna be trading at that time. As you can see here, it started off, came back, pulled back, and then went even deeper, pulled back, came back even lower, broke out, went higher, and then rejected again for a pullback on the buy, came to its lowest, broke out here, um, bought, pulled back, bought, and then it reached a level where it has to pull back again. So whoever was scalping this had a nice profit. Even here, made a huge profit on it actually, and then it broke out the same as the previous one, and then it bought. So we're looking at something that has continued for 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So it sold, broke out, sold, broke out, sold, broke out. It's selling now, and it has reached a level where I believe it's at support and resistance area, which means you can either enter or you can sell. But based on whatever strategy that you're going to be using, sorry, you have to wait for a breakout or confirmation, or wait for your MACDs or moving averages to actually alert you that you you have to buy or you have to sell. But on this one, I'm riding on a buy. So this is the overall uptrend uh, that I picked up on this weekly chart. So I'll just zoom in a bit and make sure, guys, whenever you draw a trend line has to touch either a tail or a head, which means this trend line is not valid because it's not touching where it has to touch. So it starts on the head and connects with one or more other tail. Now it's valid because it touches this one, and then this one is also not valid because, okay, it's valid because it also touches this head. um, then we check this last one as well, just to validate it, because As long as your trend lines are valid and every head touches another head or every tail touches another head, then the market will keep on moving wherever it wants to move. But when it gets to a trend line, it will definitely obey whatever you have analyzed. Such as here, head connects with this head, and then which validates everything else. On the overall uh, uptrend, this one touches this one and this one, which automatically validates it. So as we move on, we're going to try to sense any signs of sensitivity around this area. So I'm going to use a rectangle for that. As we can see, the market um, turned around this area, went up, and then some sort of stop happened here, and then there was a breakout and pulled back up. There was some sort of stop here, so which means there is some sort of resistance or support which is around this area, which could be sensitivity. So I'm gonna draw my sensitivity area around this block. So this should be good enough. Uh, and then you can actually see that throughout since 2015, since 2015, yeah, that is where it has been ranging around that area. When it gets around this area, it either decides, you know what, I'm stopping, I'm going back for a buy, or I'm selling. So we're back around that area. I believe we're back around that area right now, as it sold here, decided to come here, and then kept on going higher. So here it meets the uptrend sensitivity area and the downtrend, and the uptrend is the overall trend which we're obeying right now. You can sell here and make a profit, and when you get here you can buy, but the sell here automatically means you are scalping because you are going against the trend. So check monthly as well. We can actually see that this is repetition as well. Repetition, 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 repetition. 4 times it repeated the same movement. So as it bought, it sold, and then it broke out, sold, broke out. It's selling now, so we're waiting for another breakout whereby we can collect more pips. Right, so just to connect the tunnel together, we connect a head to another head or a head to a tail just to validate our trend line. So we're zooming in and we connect this trend line. So this trend line is connected to that tail, head, which validates it correctly. So now we can actually see it has reached its lowest point here, so we're looking to buy. For any ideas on where to set your profit, TPY, that's around this area where you have to buy based on whatever strategy that you're going to be using. But for TP, you buy here around 14973, around 152. That has to be your profit over 300 pips. And then 156, that's another 300 pips. So if you can hold up to 600 pips, then you're gonna have made a lot of money out of it. So all you have to do is to be patient, wait for the market to do whatever it has to do, and then you enter, you get busy with whatever you're doing, you come back after a few months, you check your trades, and you already have figures in your